All right, welcome to Menu Heroes Digest.
Keep forgetting which finger to point. Yes.
Today we will be talking about CEOs, human rights, and more. Ooh.
Turtles and rabbits, baby.
So, the GameStop CEO, Matt Furlong, recently got furloughed. Just kidding, he got fired.
Zing.
And they replaced him with Ryan Cohen, who has been serving on the board since, I want to say, 2019? Maybe 2020?
Yeah, possibly.
He's known for, of course, as the founder of Chewy.
Yep. Probably if you're a pet owner, you probably have picked their products before, recommended by their products. Yeah. Basically, the sum of it all is, like, the meme stocks were good for GameStop. Memes were good. Stocks were good.
They don't last.
People, that's economy in a nutshell, and also especially economy that the internet drastically affects and changes is you don't always stay high for very long. Bitcoin is a big example of that, and unfortunately, Matt Furlong didn't really offer anything really outstanding. Really offered anything long term. Just relied on the good faith of memers, but that's not.
Your first mistake was relying on memes.
Yeah.
So basically, he previously worked for Amazon, so there were expectations that he would bring that Amazon expertise to GameStop, make him more than just a video game selling store. Of course, that didn't work out in his favor.
No, this is very on point with the Warner Brothers situation. Warner Brothers is not doing super hot right now, other than James Gunn getting a hold of DC. But before this new regime, the other regime that happened, which was I think Jason Kilar, he was a guy that was a main executive at Netflix, and he switched over to Warner Brothers, and he basically just did all the things he did over Netflix over to Warner Brothers and everything, and that did not turn out well. Mainly the day-and-day releases of their big blockbuster movies on their service.
They were kind of competing against themselves.
Yes, and movies like Suicide Squad, and to an extent like Mortal Kombat, like those kind of movies were hurting. That move was hurting the films and was making it difficult for them to make their money back.
But at the same time, they should have just not debuted it side by side.
No.
But at least they didn't do a Disney thing where... Sorry, I'm trying to get my hair to stay out of my face. Yeah. They didn't do the Disney thing where they charged like $18 to see the new movie.
Yeah, that was dirty. But again, it's like one strategy makes you money and the other doesn't. Unfortunately, that's. I hate to defend that, but
it's not all universal either. Some things that worked at Netflix just didn't work for HBO.
Yeah, and same thing goes for GameStop. It's like it unfortunately, there's a reason that this quarter has been lacking because no one's really going much to GameStop, and they haven't done anything to really encourage people to go to GameStop as of recently.
And it doesn't help when GameStop cancels pre-orders or doesn't have them.
Oh, don't get
stuff
me
like that.
Started on that.
But yeah, after they announced that Ryan Cohen was the new CEO, their stock dropped 15%.
Which is going to happen whenever there's a big change in a company.
So GameStop's CEO Trade-in doesn't net as much as hoped. I thought that was clever. Because their trade-ins suck.
Was my pal Pops.
So these are our brief thoughts on Twitch and the recent controversy. It sucks. No. So basically you can't have embedded ads or banner ads, which is how the majority of sponsorships work. And on the right side of the screen, you'll see Twitch's response to the backlash. Yesterday,
I don't know where to point. I never know where to point.
Yesterday, we released new branded content guidelines that impacted... Stop.
Sorry.
Can't see past your hands. That impacted your ability to work with sponsors to increase your income from streaming. Those guidelines are bad for you and bad for Twitch, and we are removing them immediately. Of course, you gotta love this.
Yeah, I was waiting for the...
They still state Twitch users, streamers may not insert embedded advertisements or banner ads. So, Twitch gave us a big old nothing sandwich, and I'm sure there's more qualified people who have spoken about this issue, so we'll just move on.
Yeah, I'll just say one little thing.
Go ahead.
Like, I know ads are not fun. There's a reason why, like, many people will pay through the tooth to get some good ad blocking or, like, spam blocking stuff. But
YouTube Premium.
Yeah, but
hey, it's worth it. I like it.
You know, I wish I had the money for that, but I've chosen what streamers I don't want ads on, and Hulu is the one. That one has the most egregious of ads.
God, don't get me started on Hulu's ads. It's like 1 every 5 seconds, and then the ads are significantly louder than the actual content. Hey, what's up, bud?
Hey.
Yes, we're
in the little corner.
What's up? Okay, go get your Switch.
Okay, all right. So yeah, that's my thought. Well, basically my thoughts are like, yes, ads are not fun, but like clearly some of these people need the ads, need the sponsors in order to keep their livelihood. They don't have a big corporation backing them up.
Yeah, and there's a difference between Hulu's ads and an individual channel's ads.
Like us, because we're not sponsored by Gout.
That actually reminds me. Today's sponsor, War Thunder.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. So, unfortunately, not kidding. Dog Cockle has cancer. He is known by a lot of gamers for playing Geralt of Rivia in the Witcher trilogy. And he revealed last Tuesday that he has prostate cancer. He's undergoing treatment, but it is looking good. It was just a random check. And so he's advocating for men over 50 to get a prostate exam just in case.
I mean, I'm in my mid-30s. Well, I'm not mid-30s, I'm early 30s, but I'm considering, like, I should go check out to make sure I don't have any prostate.
I mean, it probably doesn't hurt to go check, regardless of your age.
Yeah. But you have a higher chance when you're 50.
Yeah, 50 and over. It's just better to... I understand not wanting to do it all the time, though, because... And especially in America, where it's expensive.
That's the thing that always hurts, is that you want to get the checkup, you want to make sure nothing's wrong with you, but, America just loves to punish you for trying to keep up with your health, trying to be healthy. It's like they have a whole scheme on their hands of how to...
It's almost like there's a conspiracy in the healthcare industry. So, Knights of the Old Republic. Fun game, beloved by many. So, the restored content DLC for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 for Nintendo Switch has been canceled. This is not news. This is not news that was taken very well, because a lot of people bought the game explicitly for that restored content DLC, and they had already pre-ordered it. Instead of offering refunds, though, Asper Media is offering a list of replacement games, which is great if you want a replacement game, but not great if you don't want a replacement game.
Buddy.
There we go.
Buddy, this never goes well.
Just offer...
Just give them the money back.
Give them over, or at least give them the option.
Yes, that's, and I'm sure they would rather have the option of picking one of their older Switch versions of their games, and at least that is something. I will say there have been companies that have basically given gamers the finger and just said, "Yeah, no refund. Sorry, F in the chat for you. Bye."
And if you wouldn't mind, Jordan, reading off that list
no
here.
problem.
Yeah, there's some.
No problem here. Okay, so players may pick their replacement key for the following list: Star Wars: Knights of the Republic 2: The Sith Lord on stream. Star Wars: Knights of the Republic on Nintendo Switch. Force Unleashed. I'm not gonna say Star Wars. The Force Unleashed on Nintendo Switch. Republic Commando on Nintendo Switch. Episode 1 Racer on Nintendo Switch. That's an underrated classic right there. Jedi Knight Jedi Academy on Nintendo Switch, and Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast on Nintendo Switch as well. And to receive your complimentary key, please visit the support. Yeah, you get that.
Yeah.
The Asper team. And by all means, I'm not arguing that these games aren't good, and by all means, I recommend trying them out, but,
this was not the way to go about it.
No.
Just give
We've
people
done
their
this
money
song
back.
and dance before, Asper. You should know better. Well,
Not necessarily with Asper, but we've done this song and dance.
yeah, okay. So I was trying to say,
We
like,
know this routine.
I'm sure you're not. You should be aware that this thing has happened before and it has not gone over well.
Let's just say, oh shoot, I'm about to knock everything over. You are burning goodwill,
Yeah.
and as a studio that's not a AAA studio, but also not quite an indie studio, you
Yeah.
can't afford to lose your goodwill.
You are stuck in the middle, my dudes, and sorry, but again, your reputation is on the line here.
So, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
BattleTech.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what this game is, but
Okay. As I said, I even though I'm a big fan of mechs and giant robots and everything, I would say BattleTech in general I am not as privy to as say the Armored Core franchise or Gundam. But from what I gather, it's been around for quite a while now, and it has gathered a big following on various outlets. And now, obviously, like any fandom, there's going to be a big following. There's going to be a number of people going on the Reddits and the Discords, having their opinions and thoughts on certain things.
even if they're wrong.
Yeah. So, but there has been a number of like LGBTQ plus members of the community that have done their own little fan-made stuff, their own little fanfics or their own fan-made games called the Queer Tales of the Inner Space, to which, and yeah, played, overall there's nothing wrong with having something like that. Unfortunately, there are people who think there's something wrong with that just by it merely existing.
Yeah, so basically, BattleTech Pride Anthology 2023, Queer Tales from the Inner Sphere, is a fan-made publication. They call it a zine. I'm not going to call it that because it's stupid. I hate that. It sounds stupid. I don't like it.
I don't even know what it is.
A zine, magazine.
Oh,
It's like how Game Freak
there's
started as...
there's no reason to shorten magazine.
Because it's short...
Magazine. It's
actually
three.
It's actually short for fanzine. That's what Game Freak started as. A
Stop.
fan magazine. This is not new.
Stop.
Anyway,
I'm stopping it right now.
it's a fan-made publication featuring short stories produced by the LGBT community.
All right, that don't stop. That I'm cool with.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's it just tells stories within the universe that also happen to provide representation for a group of people who exist. Surprise.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I said surprise.
Oh, I'm right here.
You say surprise.
Surprise!
You're in the community.
We're out of the indie closet.
So, mods of the BattleTech subreddit removed any mention to this publication because it supposedly interjected politics into the message board. They got a lot of backlash for this because the near erasure of any mention of it is actually political in and of itself. It's at this point that the original
History repeats itself time and time again. Yeah, being a nerd on the internet for, in my early 30s, I have seen this song and dance before. The mere existence of the gays, of the lesbians, of the trans. For a long time, people forget this, but for a long time, people didn't even want to believe bisexuals were real.
Yeah.
That it was all made up. That it was just men pretending to be straight when they actually are gay, or women pretending to be gay when they're really straight, or some crap like that.
Don't worry.
Yeah. But I am here.
Sigmund Freud was always on your
this
side.
This you is not you. It's me. Unless you're bi too, which is also you too. So good on you.
Did you know Sigmund Freud actually had a theory that everyone was bisexual?
That would be on brand with him. What he
So don't worry.
Yeah,
You've always been valid to him.
Okay, all right. But this exact same song and dance of just merely talking, saying that gays, lesbians, bisexuals, trans, that they exist is somehow political or it's somehow affecting or harming the mindset of children. When no, okay, it's certainly not going to do as much damage as you know, trying to like get your little special little boy to hang out with, or seeing your little special little boy like hanging out with a girl and saying, "Ooh, I bet they'll be a cute little couple someday," or you know, it's like the exact same thing. Okay,
really
you're doing it too. Okay, so stop pretending like us existing or of us always existing is somehow an inconvenience to children. It never was. But you love using it as a talking point.
That's because the instant you say anything against it, they're like, "Oh, so you have a problem with leaving the children alone? Maybe you want to think about that." And it's like, no, that's not what's going on. The majority of the community is not trying to groom children, no matter what your local Fox News says. Actually, it won't be your local Fox News saying it, it'll be the national Fox News saying it.
Yeah.
Local Fox News actually usually does a pretty decent job of you know, reporting the news.
Mm-hmm. And this the crazy twist here is the people that are claiming you're a groomer, you're harming our children, you're what's dangerous to our youths. You know, they're the ones usually the ones targeting children in the first freaking place.
Yeah.
You know, and especially those who are strictly anti-trans or are trying to shut down or ban drag shows. They've had a history in being in drag. Well, that and also abusing those in drag and trans as well. So it's somehow like weird reverse psychology of them trying to attack other people for things that they have done.
And the bottom line is they don't care about the kids.
No, they never have.
So
if they did, they'd do something about the gun violence.
It's at this point the original creator swooped in. He said, "Screw it." He nuked the entire mock team and was planning on refreshing it.
Yeah, we were about to get to that point, but I got heated because
it's fine.
Again,
you've lived through it.
This has happened so many times. I've experienced this so many freaking times, and it gets exhausting when I really thought by like obviously same-sex marriage being legalized in 2015 was not going to solve all problems in the LGBTQ plus community. It was never going to, but I really honestly believe that we were slowly getting more recognition and getting, more accepted in society. There's always going to be some naysayers. I know there's always going to be some naysayers. But I figured we were getting there ever so slowly to a better tomorrow. We can just exist and that not be the problem. But just something happened, a certain someone happened in between 2016 and 2020 to which it really just, we went straight down. And we're back. We're once again fighting just to say we exist and we're not a threat to you. We're right back to that, and it sucks.
Yes, I have been fortunate enough to not have to deal with any of that. I'm, cishet, so yeah. I'm privileged. But yeah, it does suck.
But anyway, it is good that at least the creator of the BattleTech, was it the BattleTech Discord or the Reddit?
He created the BattleTech Reddit. He didn't create this series just to make.
Well, obviously, no, not the creator of BattleTech, but like the one I couldn't remember if it was the guy in charge of the Reddit or in charge of the Discord. Because I feel there was a story about the Discord as well.
I didn't see a story about the Discord, but
maybe I'm making some other story. But anyway, the guy who was one of the original moderators for BattleTech, Reddit. Thank you so much for trying to add some more to the chaos that was going on and recognizing that fans of any background deserve a space, deserve a place in the community. So thank you, good sir.
And then this is our last story.
All right, finally something good.
Yes. So this is about the Dimension Shellshock DLC.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Oh man, this character right here has got an interesting history. I'll
Power
tell you
on.
what.
Bluetooth.
But what's
Bluetooth connected.
can tell there's a lot of love and passion put to this dang thing.
The dancing.
Oh yeah. Usagi no Jimbo. Oh man. Thank you, Yojimbo-san. I needed some good vibes.
Power off.
So yes, as you see, Usagi no Jimbo is going to be a new playable character for the Dimensional Shellshock DLC. And funny enough, the history of this character is he existed even before TMNT did, or at least around the same time, because it was like Kevin Eastwood and Pierre Laird. They created the Turtles. But I believe it was Sam Sasaki who was in charge of creating, Usagi no Jimbo, and he actually, I think he created him for a different fanzine or fan magazine back in the 80s, because originally was that. Then I guess the creator of Yojimbo met up. Usagi met with Eastman and Laird, and they both really admire each other's work, and then you start seeing Usagi Yojimbo making crossovers with the Ninja Turtles. Because again, it's in his universe, in his timeline, it's basically like Endo era Japan, but most of the characters are pretty much like anthropomorphic, So
furry paradise.
Absolutely, yes, and it's always been, the character looks pretty cool. Again, a rabbit that's a samurai. But I've always been hard for me to find comics where he was in there as well. And it was only like last year that I realized, oh, this character existed outside of the Ninja Turtle comics. He's kind of his own thing, and again, he usually exists in his own little universe that has to go through a portal to meet the Turtles. So, by all means, it's always fun to see this character. And again, it just makes sense. Ninja Turtles meeting up with a Ronin, rabbit, is just freaking cool. And I'm glad they're keeping the crossover strong and healthy by having him be a playable character.
So you're gonna get this DLC? You already have the game on Switch?
I have the game. I actually have it on a little cartridge. So. And not to go too detailed in my personal life, but I was scared my Switch wasn't going to work.
Yeah, so his Switch just all of a sudden stopped charging. I think what happened was it was just so dead that unless it was put in the dock, it just wouldn't charge.
We needed that frickin', what was that, the Tablet of Resurrection from Dungeons & Dragons.
Oh my god.
We went on a long quest for that to finally bring my Nintendo Switch back, and I am so happy because I'm struggling to get money for a PS5. I do not need to go out and buy another Switch, alright? I don't need that in my life. So, again, thank you, Steven, for rescuing my Switch, and, I'll be, when the time comes, I'll get the DLC for this and many other good, wholesome Nintendo Switch games.
Maybe we'll do this game.
Oh, yeah, this... Man,
once we get moved,
I have such fond memories of the TMNT games from in the arcade era, So, you'll put a smile on my face if we ever do this for the channel.
Also, sorry for the low-cut shirt. I don't know why it's so low.
No, I was thinking about mine. I was like,
mine keeps going down. So once we get moved, hopefully we'll be able to make more videos because there won't be a quiet hours.
Yes, and I think we should go ahead and give y'all a warning that there will be no digest during the month of July. So, we'll try and make sure we'll have some content out there and make sure these last couple episodes are very special. But we're gonna have to going through a break in July because we are both dealing with our own financial issues, and your ship just moved.
I'm moving, so.
And I'm gonna have to set things up to where I might have to move, or I might have to get things ready and prepared for, the end of the year because it's getting much harder for me to live in my own place. So, Oh, these times are hard and they're making me crazy. Don't give up on me, baby.
Also, we know that the Summer Game Fest was this weekend.
I almost thought we were going to cover at least something from there, but you advised to wait till the event is over.
Next digest, it's gonna be all Summer Game Fest related.
Oh boy, man,
There's a lot that's been announced and a lot that's still to be announced.
Oh yeah. This is our personally. I think this is better than last year's Summer Game Fest. Honestly, I think we're already getting much more than we did last year, and good, more things for us to talk about and get excited for.
But we're not gonna watch the whole Summer Game Fest stream. We're just gonna take the trailers from it and watch it.
Oh yeah. You don't need to listen to Jeff Keighley's voice for the 20th time. All right, we'll do that.
4 hours.
We'll do it. All right.
Anyway, until next time, stay cool.
And we're not sponsored by Cookout. Their food's good, but they don't give us any money.